Welcome to Diecast Graveyard. Today we're going to review an airbrush system from spraygunner.com. No name airbrush. This is a compressorless airbrush, and that's incredibly cool. Very budget minded for the guy who just wants to get started into airbrushing, and it's going to be interesting. So let's go ahead and proceed on, and we'll go through everything and show you what it can and can't do and do a review here. The airbrush itself is very heavy duty, if that makes sense. It seems to be incredibly well made, which I'm really pleased with. It's very strong construction, but it's not overly heavy, which is really cool. Here's the cap for the paint. You go ahead and screw that on really easy. And again, the cap itself seems to be very well made also. It doesn't seem to be made out of cheap materials. So the quality here is definitely very, very good. The reservoir is nice and deep, so you've got room for plenty of paint. You got a nice cap to go on the top there with a little air hole so you don't get any pressure buildup inside the system. And that seems very well thought out. Now, here on the compressor itself, you've got the battery meter, and you've got a switch here which will switch between two different modes of operation. If you push on the airbrush, it automatically comes on and shows you your power level remaining and the battery. Push it once, it will go down to low pressure mode. Push it and hold it, and it will turn off. Push it again, you got your high volume method. Push it one more time, your low volume method. Push it in again and hold it, and it turns the system off. As soon as you push the trigger, it will automatically come on. Now, there is a label on here warning you not to wash this thing in water. And that makes a lot of sense because there's electronics in the bottom and batteries. And if you get them wet, you're going to ruin the system. So you don't want to get it wet. Looking good. Here in the bottom of the box, you have a charging cable for your unit. This is a standard USB charger. Now, the unit takes approximately 1.5 to 2 hours to come to a full charge. When I opened this unit up out of the box, it was already fully charged. Not a lot of pieces here, but everything you need to get your airbrushing started. Here we've got some paint already mixed up. We've used the Createx Autoborn Sealer. And then we've got the high-speed reducer. It's a 1:10 ratio. 10 parts paint, 1 part reducer. This will thin it up enough for you to be able to get it through your spray gun with no issues. We're just going to experiment on this Hot Wheels car here, this old Jaguar. And we're going to put a layer of primer on there from the Autoborn. As soon as you push on the trigger, it works. Push down for air and pull back for paint. Put a little bit of that sealer in there. Wow, that comes out really nice. Look at that. The system is exceptionally well. I'm very pleased with the results so far. Nice light coats, just like you were painting any other paint job. You want to get it to dry in between. But look at that. The coverage is exceptional. That's laying down really nice. Really, really nice. All right, let's let that dry up a bit. Let's go ahead and put a few more coats of paint on there. The brush works exceptionally well. This would be a fantastic addition to you if you're just starting out in painting. And of course you're on a budget because you got your compressor and your brush all in one. Now if you're going to be doing a high volume of cars, this probably isn't for you. But if you're going to be doing the occasional customized car here and there, this is perfect. While we're at it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and then click on that little bell to be alerted to any future videos that come out. This brush has really nice quality to it. I'm very pleased. Now the thing is when you got the compressor hooked up to the brush, you think it would be very heavy and hard to handle. It isn't. The way the compressor attaches to the brush and you got your gun in your hand, it balances out really, really nice and it fits in your hand very well. And it weighs approximately 6 ounces. So it's not heavy at all when you're doing your painting. Very nice. Now the other thing I wanted to do here is what kind of lines can I get with this thing? Alright, let's try that out. Here's a piece of cardboard, same paint. Look at how fine the lines are. You can get some real nice detail with this brush. It'll take a little bit of time to learn how to handle the airbrush if you haven't had one before, but it glides very nice. Control is very nice. Look at that. Very nice control. Very easy to handle. You can get some really nice detail on this brush. This is cool. Here's the entire system again. The brush is well made. It's incredibly reasonably priced. You can get this whole unit, folks, for about $60. That's not a lot. When you're talking about a price for a compressor and a price for a gun and everything else, this is a very well-priced unit. If you want to get into airbrushing, I recommend this unit. It works extremely well, and it's actually kind of fun to use. Very, very nice. I'm very pleased. The box does come with some cleaning brushes. Make things a little bit easier when you go to clean the gun out. Now, when you clean it out, the best part is that you can unscrew the cap to get inside. Now, all of your Createx products are water-based, which is incredibly cool. So if you clean things up right away, you're not going to have any problems with it. Now, I was told by SprayGunner.com that there are going to be replacement parts available for this unit. I have sprayed some Spectre Flame paint through this, and it comes out through there fantastic. Now, again, with those replacement parts, if you have to replace a nylon bushing later on because it gets worn away by the lacquer thinners, then you should be able to replace it with no problem. Now let's talk about cleaning. Here I've got some airbrush cleaner, water-based of course. What you want to do here is put some of this in the cap and rinse it through. Spray it through, wipe it out. Should be no issues there. When you're done cleaning the cap and everything, take it off. Get in there with some Q-tips. Clean it all out, wipe it all out. Just use some of that airbrush cleaner. If you got some stubborn stuff, you can soak it in there. Now inside the unit here, you can take a Q-tip and get in there and clean that out. Here's your little cap on the end that protects your needle. You can get in there again with a Q-tip and some of that cleaner. Wipes right out with no issues. Very easy to clean. Here you can take off the cap itself. Get in there with the little brushes if you get any hard residue in there. Clean that out. Very nice. Now before I put my tip back on, what I do is I unscrew the handle in the back, unscrew the knob holding the needle, pull the needle out, then put your cap back in, tighten it finger tight, and then push your needle back forward. And make sure the needle is seated. Hold it with your finger and then screw it down. Don't smoke it down tight, just enough to hold the needle. Put your spray cap back on to protect your needle. Blow out any existing fluid or anything that's still there. Now the screw in the back is what you use to limit your trigger movement. Now right there it goes back all the way. You screw that in to hold everything in place. There. You can put your cap back on, no problem there. Now this little adjustment in the back is to limit how far back you can pull your trigger. So if you loosen it up, it can go all the way backwards. If you turn it in, it will go forward. Again, this limits to how far you can pull your trigger back to allow the amount of paint to come out. And this is a cool feature that are built into most airbrushes. Overall, I give this unit a big thumbs up. If you're just starting out and you're budget conscious, this is definitely a good airbrush to start with. No Name Airbrush brand by SprayGunner.com. The brush, the unit, the small compressor and everything works extremely well. I was very pleased with the results that I got from this product. I would definitely recommend this to my subscribers. Now you can go ahead and go to the Spray Gunner website at www.spraygunner.com. The brush is approximately $60, which again is very budget friendly, and they also sell a complete line of other products and paints, etc. If you go online to order this product, go into the comments section of your invoice when you send it in and you go to confirm it, and please put there and mention Diecast Graveyard in the comments, and they will treat you extremely well. Of course, they treat everybody extremely well. It's definitely a great company to buy your products from. We'll be having some more reviews here in the future from some of the products that they sell, and I look forward to reviewing those products for you, giving you the skinny on everything that they do and everything that they sell for the airbrush community. My name is Paul at Diecast Graveyard, and I want to thank you for joining me here today for this product review. And I hope you get online there and buy some of these airbrushes from these folks. You won't be sorry. This thing is really, really cool. Thanks again, and have a great day, and we'll see you in 2020.